All right, welcome back to the show, everyone, and good morning to everyone. I hope you all are having a good day so far. I wanted to check this one out. This was not suggested to me or anything, but this is Dwight Howard on the PBD podcast. You guys might remember this from that long podcast that Scottie Pippen did. That was crazy, and I reacted to the whole thing and kind of broke it all down, and it was kind of that was a rough reaction to do, because it was so contradictory. You know what I mean? Scottie Pippen would say one thing and he contradict himself. But anyways, that's the podcast we're on here. But this time it's with Dwight Howard, and I noticed the title is "You're Picking LeBron Over Kobe. Dwight Howard shocks NBA fans and go debate." Let's do it. Let's see. I'm very curious, because this is a guy who did play for both Kobe and for LeBron, but we know him and Kobe, like, there was a lot of bad blood there. So I would understand why he doesn't necessarily like Kobe. But also Dwight Howard has come out and talked about how when he told LeBron to, like, stop being a B and get back on defense, he got traded. Not traded. He was gone. They didn't re-sign him. And that was after they won a championship together and everything. So I'd imagine he should have some bad blood with both, but we'll see how this goes. Anyways, you guys, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below for you. That's going to be in the description. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to channel members. I appreciate y'all. Everybody, please leave this video a like. Let's see what this is all about. Hopefully it's not too much nonsense, but if it is, I'll be here to call it out. Let's go.
But stay on this. So, teammate, Kobe, LeBron.
Teammate, I'm going to go...
Teammate, he's got to go LeBron. Like, that one I totally get.
With LeBron. I had my championship with him. We had our longest run together. So I got to pick LeBron.
Over Kobe. Mm-hmm. But if you're an owner and you're drafting somebody and you have your number one draft pick, who are you picking between the two?
Okay, that's an obvious one. That should be an obvious one for anybody, because one guy, Kobe, stayed his entire career with the team that drafted him. Yes, I know whatever, the Hornets drafted him, but whatever. He never played for them. So the team that ended up with him on draft day, which is the Lakers, he played his entire career there, won 5 championships. And then the other guy, LeBron, got drafted by Cleveland. He left Cleveland twice. He's still not playing there, and he won 1 championship there. This should be a no-brainer answer. Who would you draft?
To win.
To win. Knowing what I know now?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Really?
Well, you got to go with LeBron.
Really?
So you still picking LeBron over Kobe?
I mean, knowing what we know. All right, so if you're talking about longevity, if you're talking about
longevity on the team,
just overall, not skill like how people look at skill. I'm talking about everything that encompasses basketball. Look what LeBron has done. Kobe has the most. He's turned himself into the most skilled, but I don't think that he had the most talent.
I'm sorry, this is so dumb. So this just shows how disconnected everybody is from, like, the business of basketball. You draft a player hoping that they're going to stay with you, and you're going to have a long-term relationship, and you're going to achieve a lot of goals together, accomplish a lot of things together. You don't draft someone thinking they're going to be great for another team. Feel me? Like, this seems like so obvious, but it's so disconnected, you know? Like, who would you rather hire in your job? Whatever it is that you do. Someone who's going to stick around for 6 months and then go take whatever they learned from you and go give it to another company? Or someone who's going to stick with you for 20 years? This should be an obvious answer.
I think LeBron was so talented that he could play 1 through 5. He could do football. He could do all these different things. I felt like Kobe mastered his skill on the court of basketball. He mastered bank shots. He mastered the pump fake, turn around, shoot. He mastered...
He's not addressing anything that has to do with which player would you draft. He's talking about skill sets.
the bump phase. He mastered all the moves that Jordan did to the three. He mastered shooting with his left hand. You know, I think that when you look at LeBron, he just mastered everything that come with basketball. Off the court, you know, he's figured out how to manage that whole side, which most athletes, if you can see, they don't have the proper resources or the proper team to do what he's done. His longevity just stands out to everybody.
Okay, so here's one for you. So now that you got LeBron over Kobe, do you have LeBron over Mike?
No, you can't have him over Mike.
Why is that? Longevity. LeBron was longer than Mike,
He
bigger
was.
than Mike, faster.
Yeah, okay, I like this question. Yep, time to contradict yourself, Dwight.
He can play 5 positions. Michael couldn't play 5 positions. Michael was really 3 positions, right?
Why do I have LeBron? Why do I have Mike over LeBron?
Yeah.
I felt like he set the bar for everyone, so he was the pioneer of it. So I gotta have him.
So you draft pick, you're picking Michael over LeBron.
I'm picking Michael Jordan.
Okay.
I wanna be like Mike.
So question for both of you. I got a question for both of you. Okay. It's actually very interesting because to me, I also like a player that stays with a team. Like Dirk stayed.
There we go.
Right?
There we go.
Kobe stayed, right? You know, you had a few guys that stayed with the organization for longevity-wise. I don't know how many more players like that I can think about, but it's a few of them, right? What do you think? D-Wade, yeah, with my... He ended up with Chicago, but he played with
Chicago and Cleveland, and they came back to the Heat.
So, change it up. Let's just say that your Lakers had a shitty year, and they have #1 draft pick. They pick LeBron. You think LeBron would have ever gone to Cleveland or anywhere else, or you think LeBron would have stayed in L.A.?
That's a good question. I'm glad, because I was hoping somebody would point out the obvious in the flaws of what Dwight Howard was saying. So now here's where it gets brought up. Is this important to you as an owner? Because it should be. It really should be.
He would have stayed in L.A.
You think he wouldn't have gone to Cleveland to win one for them? You think he would have still stayed in L.A.?
I think he would have gone to Cleveland. I mean, at least to try and win one.
If he never started with Cleveland?
He was #1 draft pick. L.A. picks him up. They had a horrible year, couple trades. They get back in front, and boom, LeBron going to L.A.
I don't believe he would leave L.A.
You don't think he leaves in L.A.? It's an interesting question to think about.
Not if you start with L.A. I mean, if he starts with L.A. and he's LeBron James, the #1 pick, he's coming in as everyone know who he is now, I don't see what would be the benefit of going somewhere else, because this is the biggest team in the biggest. This is as marketing. They're the biggest team in the NBA, and the biggest fan base worldwide and nationally. So why would he want to leave and go somewhere else?
So to Dwight Howard, it's about marketing, and all that stuff has nothing to do with wanting to play for your hometown team. Okay, check, got it.
At that time.
Yeah, but the only thing is, how much did it mean to him to go to Cleveland and win? You think he would have stayed 20 years with LA?
I think that there's a major part of LeBron. And look, I'm a lifelong Miami Heat fan. I know everything there is about the Miami Heat. That was my team. When you guys beat them in the bubble. I mean, you remember I was living in Dallas at the time, screaming and hollering, rooting for my guys out there.
Jimmy was fighting.
Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets.
Gotta give him credit, though. That guy's
incredible.
A freaking fighter.
Yeah. But I think there's a part of 2 parts. I think there's a part of LeBron that no matter what, he was going to try to get back to Cleveland and win something. Mm-hmm. When he left Cleveland, in my opinion, because they just couldn't assemble the pieces. He went to the Heat, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, 5. They put together the super team, the Heatles, with Wade and Bosh. And then as soon as he won, I think he won 2 out of 4 championships.
Yeah, and I always got to point it out because it's so funny. He said not 7, so he was insinuating 8 championships. And he somehow in his mind he was going to win 8 championships in only 4 years in Miami. I don't know. Math don't math sometimes.
Right back to Cleveland. I think he went 1-2 against Golden State.
1 and 4. Come on, you guys.
So I think he did that and he did that. But also, this is my opinion again. I think if you ask just any casual fan, they would have in specific order MJ, LeBron, Kobe. And I think that's undeniable. But there is a part of of Kobe that's almost romanticized.
Two things. One, I'm not a casual fan, so I don't have that viewpoint. Two, I want this. Look at that. Look at Rocky Balboa back there.
Because, I mean, tragically, died too soon, horribly. And because he stayed with the Lakers so long, he became this fan favorite. Like, he's not going anywhere. We all love Kobe. But let's not forget, Shaq was the man in 2000, 2001, 2002. Like, it wasn't even a question. I think Shaq won all the MVPs.
He did.
What are we even on? The last question was was if you're an owner, which player would you draft? What are we on here? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So LeBron put everything on his back, took Cleveland to the finals, took the Heat to the finals, took the Cleveland back
What's
to the
your
finals.
point?
Yeah, what's your fucking point?
My point is this. LeBron, his legacy is a little bit more tarnished because he's sort of seen as like a ring chaser and, you know, kind of running around, whereas Kobe is romanticized for staying with the same team.
You still haven't answered my question.
But no,
I wasn't
I think
wanting
LeBron
a
would have
5-minute breakdown. Tell me, is he going to stay?
He would have not stayed. He would have gone to Cleveland at some point.
I think so as well. So here's my question for you.
But you're also a Kobe guy, not a LeBron.
I see what he's trying to set up. We're on the same page here. So with all that information, now, as an owner, who would you draft? Because we have to take in consideration, is he going to ditch us like he notoriously does or not? Damn, man, it's like pulling teeth on this one, huh?
No, to
Vocally.
me, I'm a guy. No, I'm okay. I'm looking at his draft year, right? Okafor,
04?
Okafor's number
Second.
2. Gordon, you're first. Gordon 3. He goes Chicago. Shaun Livingston. By the way, if he doesn't get injured, that guy was a very interesting player, right? Very clean. Golden State. He would. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw him miss the the small shoot. It was like
Shaun
the way he was. Devin Harris, Josh Childress, Luol Deng.
Well,
He
Deng
came
can
to the
play.
Lakers. He had a $61 million contract the Lakers were stuck with. I'll never forget that. AI, Iguodala,
Araujo.
Jackson's, Robert Swift, Chris Humphries, your boy. You were at his wedding. So, and you're going down the list here, right? But
I think he was
imagine,
pick number 14.
okay, you get picked. So, because you went to Orlando, right? Rich DeVos, that whole organization. But say you go to the Lakers. What do? Do you stay? You don't know what happens. Would you be with them for a while, or would you still be like, nah, I kind of want to go see what Atlanta's like, I kind of want to go to see what this is like. What
If
would
I'm
you
drafted from the Lakers,
Lakers #1 draft pick, you're there.
Okay, so now the question is, if did this got so derailed, you guys? I'm so sorry. It's what happens when I don't pre-screen stuff because I want it to be a genuine reaction. This whole thing got derailed. Now they're asking Dwight Howard, if you were drafted by the Lakers, would you stay in LA? We're so far from the point here.
I gotta stay.
You got to stay, so that's how you would
Yeah,
process
I gotta
it.
stay. I'm with the most storied franchise.
know,
I can't take away. I don't want people from Orlando saying, "Oh, but you left us." No, this is different because this is not year 1 leaving Orlando. This is year 9. I've already been in Orlando for 8 years when I left. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think they kind of made it look like I was going at the fans or I wanted to leave because of the city and stuff like that. And why would I leave a team because of the city? It makes no sense.
You want to stay with the Lakers because of the city, though, don't you?
So you would have stayed in LA.
Would I stayed in LA?
Yeah.
I wanted to play with, not play, but be coached by Phil. I thought that would have been big for my development.
Why though? Just purely for your development?
Yes, because I grew up in an era of basketball where everything was quick. 1-2 dribbles, get to the basket. 1 dribble, finish. 2 dribbles, finish. 3 dribbles, max. Post-ups, pick, get seals and stuff like that. In this offense with Phil, I would be forced to, do more fundamentally sound things. Catch it at the top of the key, get to the basket, make a move. What's up, y'all? This your
Good
boy,
Lord.
Dwight Howard, a.k.a. the Hall of Fame Superman in the building.
Okay, I can't. I just can't, dude. Okay, this video's over, you guys. Why you gotta end it like that, man? Man, he was talking so calm, just like to Phil Jackson and blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's shouting in my face. All right, guys, I'm calling this one a bust. I don't even know what to title this video. I have no idea what to do with this. What did we find out? He thinks the best player ever is Jordan. LeBron is second, and I think Kobe's third. I don't know. Nothing was really clear. If he was drafted by the Lakers, he'd stay with the Lakers his entire career. We all know he's like desperately trying to get back to the Lakers. So I think that fits his agenda well right now, because we know he's been like desperately trying to get back in there. But what else did we find out? That he doesn't understand the question of, if you were an owner, would you draft Kobe or would you draft LeBron? Because he was just talking about like one guy has longevity and the other one doesn't, even though it has nothing to do with your team. You know, like it has nothing to do with like, would you draft him to your team knowing that he's going to leave? You know, I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry. It is what it is, though. Can't get a home run every time. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. Good thing is, this summer I'm doing my best to put out 3 videos a day. So there'll be another one out shortly. I'll see you in the afternoon, okay? Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Was I off base on this? Because this was really a frustrating reacting experience for me, because it seemed like no one was on the same page. We had 3 guys who were having 3 different conversations. And in the end of it, I feel like 10 minutes of my life just like are gone. That'll never come back. So anyways, you guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you haven't done it. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this or better. And yeah, most importantly, be water, my friends.